Although the Pantex mission ensuring the effectiveness of the U.S. nuclear stockpile takes place on about 2,000 acres in rural Carson County, the actual footprint of the site covers more than 16,000 acres, including areas owned and leased by the Department of Energy. Along with hundreds of buildings and thousands of workers, there are open fields, neighboring farms and ranches, and it's a natural haven for wildlife.
We see all sorts of animals out here, everything you'd expect to see out in the shortgrass prairie, rolling high plain setting.
Almost 90% of the Pantex property is open area under federal management, which dictates that Pantex does its best to maintain the natural resources.
I feel like we have really improved the habitat out here at the plant. That's some of my favorite part of the whole thing is habitat improvement.
And we try to monitor the health of the local wildlife populations. And then when we do run across a sick or injured wildlife or an orphaned animal as well.
Look.
Recently, Kevin and Monty have worked a pair of rescues. The first was a bull snake that was uncovered by workers when it was very cold. They collected the snake to make sure it wasn't injured. Later, they got a call about an abandoned great horned owl fledgling that was potentially just hours from death.
I made the decision that, hey, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can capture him. He was extremely emaciated. He was probably a day or two from death. We decided to call him Albert.
Somebody called in about a dead possum in their backyard. It looks like it probably got attacked by a dog.
Pantex has partnered with Wild West Wildlife Rehabilitation Center in Northwest Amarillo, a nonprofit that takes in hundreds of animals each month. Founded by Stephanie Brady about a decade ago, it's a licensed rehab center serving the entire panhandle and parts of New Mexico.
Our relationship with Pantex has really grown over the last year, especially working with Kevin and Monty. It's been a great collaboration in helping injured and orphaned wildlife. And situations where, there's construction going on and they need to move an animal, but they want to bring it back.
Hi, Pollers.
Along with taking in or gathering up injured wildlife across the region, the Rehab Center also houses an education center for events and to introduce visitors to animals that cannot be released back into the wild. Last year during the wildfires, they received a lone porcupine they named Cinder that's become a social media sensation. Every little bit of publicity helps any nonprofit, especially one helping out thousands of animals each year, including the recent Pantex rescues.
The bull snake, she was very, very cold, barely moving. Once she warmed up, she let us know that she was not happy that we had her, but she's eating great. The great horned owl was a young one, too young to be on its own. We had another owl that came in, and actually they have formed a bond, so we would really prefer to go ahead and release those two together back out at Pantex. In addition to that, we're hoping to release some bobcats possibly out there, as well as some prairie dogs in some of the abandoned burrows.
I feel like I'm very blessed to be a part of being able to increase and improve the habitat here at the plant for wildlife.
I think it really shows the public that we actually do have a commitment to maintaining our natural resources, to maintaining our wildlife.
Both Gertie the bull snake, along with Albert and his new companion, were released after a few weeks at the Wild West Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, along with some transplanted prairie dogs to occupy an abandoned prairie dog town. These won't be the last of Pantex's animals that need assistance and taken in for help as the environmental stewards at Pantex continue to team up with local wildlife rehabilitation efforts.